Woody and I have a little standing bet for the election. Dude, at 12 days away, we're going to have a new president. Well, not technically, we're going to have a president-elect.
We'll know the next president.
And oh my fucking God, it's either going to be the first woman president of all time with some shaky credentials, or it's going to be Donald fucking Trump again, which is just...
Is it $200 that you guys have riding on it?
It is $200. I've already lost $100.
It's a net $100.
I haven't paid because...
So who's betting on who? Or can you
So
say?
I bet on, Biden, which rolled over. Actually, I bet on not Trump is what I bet on. So I got anyone in the world except Trump.
That's pretty general.
Yeah.
Right. it seemed like a good bet at the time because like I had the primary.
Sounds like a good bet.
Stuff like that. And DeSantis was looking pretty hot when we made this bet. And
this is a long time.
thought Trump's star wasn't shining like it once did. I lost $100. I offered to pay, and Kyle was like, nah, rather than pay the PayPal fees twice, let's just let the second half of the bet, which was does he become president, play out. And at one point I got way cocky and up the second half from 100 to 200. So I've lost 100. Now I'm either going to lose 300 or win 100. And
I was surprised you wanted to step it up a notch.
I was pretty confident 2 months
that
ago.
night.
No, this was. I think this was longer than 2 months ago. Give yourself
Something
more
like
credit.
that.
Yeah, I think it was a while ago.
I'll tell you when it was. It was when Kamala had taken the reins and she was doing well, and she had maybe a 2 or 3 point national lead. It was 2 or 3 months ago.
I guess it couldn't have been more than 3 months ago.
She hit the scene and she had this line like, "I've prosecuted, criminals, we're fraudulent criminals, for-profit colleges. I've done this, sexual predators. I know his type." And I'm like, "Holy smokes, this bitch can talk. She's gonna smoke him." And she had a really good bump. And now Trump is slightly ahead. And I want to be like, well, those polls are probably wrong. But when the polls had Kamala slightly ahead, I bought them. So my integrity,
I think you're good.
Means
I think
have
you're good on
to
this bet.
believe them when I'm behind.
I think what I do see is a lot of desperation from. So I have a theory, and maybe I'm wrong. I just intake all of my news feed from the internet, and I just imagine that a certain amount of it, there's some puppeteering being done by leftist or rightist overlords, and it feels like there's some desperation from the left right now to really throw some more shit at Trump. Like I must have seen 3 articles in the last 3 days about new Trump allegations. Oh, this new thing, new rape, and they'll phrase the article in this really funny way where it's like outrage as former alleged 13-year-old victim of Trump speaks out. And it's like, who's outraged exactly? Well, me, I wrote this article about it. Remember, don't forget. And I just get so much of that it feels like desperation from the left, because if they were ahead, I would imagine them shoring up their positives. Maybe that attacking seems desperate to me in politics, whereas being like, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you that, seems more like you feel secure with your policies. I did see her come out and say, "Oh, and we're going to double the minimum wage." Just like,
let me respond to that though, because I've had this frustration that it feels like Kamala's taking this AP calculus exam, and Trump is taking a remedial math exam for retards. When we say that Kamala is desperate because she's attacking Trump, we didn't flip that and say Trump has been calling her a stupid, low IQ person who's not black, who's this, who's that. Like the whole way through, he's been attacking her, and we didn't see desperation there. But when she says, hey, the people that know him best called him fascist, it's like, she's desperate now.
So I don't mean desperation within the individuals. Again, I'm imagining an invisible hand that moves the media pieces around and gets certain stories in front of my eyes. I'm imagining a much larger apparatus. And in that, I see that. And it goes both ways, because Trump was behind maybe a month ago, and he did get particularly nasty. What did he call her? Retarded? I think he called her retarded.
I hear low IQ a lot.
He's wild. He's so close to saying that bitch. He wants to call her a bitch so bad. I imagine him every night before he goes on. And so the new study group, they're loving bitch. Sir, that was one group in West Virginia, and yes, they do love it when you call her a bitch, but we lose the Eastern Seaboard.
I'm going to say it.
I'm going to say it. I'm breaking out the nuclear word. And
you don't think I'll say it? You really don't. Yeah, like she's just been shooting herself in the foot by doing these interviews. Like she just handles them so poorly.
I think she's good in her interviews.
Dude, she made a fool of herself on CNN at that town hall. And 2 days ago, she made a town hall, and Maria Shriver was managing it. And someone in the audience before the town hall, and like CNBC or whatever, was like, will there be any questions from the audience? You know, the thing that makes a town hall a town hall. They were like, no, we're going to be going off of pre-decided questions.
Yeah. I don't like it when.
And CNN, like even the CNN hosts were like, she failed Van Jones, that black guy. He was like, her word salad is ridiculous. Anderson Cooper said she lost a debate with one participant. She couldn't answer anything. She just mealy mouths and does awkward laughs. Like the more she talks, the better it is for Trump.
Well, I'm so excited that in 12 days we get it all over with, and we never have to hear from one of them again. I'm sure that Trump will disappear into the ether of wherever. What I hope is that they don't.
If he loses, he'll do like some money grab shit.
If he loses, he will do money grab shit. But I also think that there will be real power brokers on the red side that push him aside. That say, okay, my goodness, we haven't had a good election since 2016. Trump is done leading this party.
Of course.
I hope it causes so many problems internally for the Republicans. I hope that it just ruins their ability to return to that neocon bullshit that we had to do for so many years.
As long as Lindsey Graham's okay.
Oh yeah, Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell, such great guys.
I don't know why you hate your own people. Okay, these are our people.
I'm not a Republican.
What would you call yourself, libertarian?
Taylor.
I want what is best for America. So like nationalistic. Like I don't want us intervening in foreign conflicts if they don't have a market benefit for American people. I think it's like simple. Okay. Like every priority 1 through 100 should be what is best for the American people. Border security, manufacturing at home, secure jobs, home ownership, keeping bills low, like all things that like middle class people enjoy.
Who's gonna look out for the poor Israelis if we're over here building bridges?
Yeah, Taylor, have you even
They've gotten enough of a leg up. They're fine. They can do whatever they want in their desert, and I don't have to think about it.
I'm giving them even more Taylor's money.
Even more. That's what they need. Hey, this last $100 billion, this is what's going to get it.
Yes, once we give them this, they'll be happy.
Yeah. Ugh, so annoying.
No, it's.
I'm excited for it to be over. I hate this season every 4 years.
I hope the viewers appreciate just how hard I worked not talking about politics for the last couple of months.
Dude, I fucking love. Dude, I don't like the day in day out political drudge, but I love the fact that somehow, some way, Donald Trump is the leading candidate for president. There's 12 days to go.
Yes, I'll look at it right now. I look at it every day, though.
The fact that he keeps doing that, and it's going to be sweet again if he wins. There's going to be a montage, 2-hour clip montage of people doubting, mocking, deriding, and belittling him, and he's going to be standing there in that fucking Oval Office.
They're all going to be people that worked with him.
Sure. I mean, I would say the majority of the people who have worked with him come out and say that he's an awful person. I think he's probably an awful person, but nonetheless, he's the guy.
He upsets all the right people, and that's good.
I just want to know what happens to the taxes at the corporate level for if he's in versus out.
He floated an idea where he's like, oh, let's get rid of income tax altogether, replace it with tariffs. And it's like, you mean how the country ran before what, 1916? Like, yeah, that would be sweet. That'd be awesome.
I don't know about any of that. I just want to get that wall built. You know what I mean?
I mean, no income tax.
No, he said he's going to build it.
You know what I want at the wall? A huge roller coaster, so I can look over one side of it as it goes a long ways, and I can see the poor Mexicans trying to get in.
No, it would go over to the Mexican side, and that would be like
a good idea. All right, guys, we're doing the wall, but it's going to be a 90-mile-an-hour roller coaster, which doubles as like fast transit. Meanwhile, there's like a businessman on there, like trying to get across the country.
Waving in the back.
People are like, they're calling him the worst president of all time. Well, we're in a huge deficit. He bought every NHL player and moved them to St. Louis. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it's
just ruining the country.
It seems like it's from an alternate universe. I mean, he's doing like he does YouTube podcasts now. You know what I mean? Like he's.
You know what I like about
he's got
like
a crypto coin, Taylor.
Dude, forgetting about the crypto thing, the transition, like political figures doing podcasts instead of radio shows. Like, I love that.
Yes.
Like just seeing that transition.
The Nelk podcast as like a major activation.
That's incredible. Like, but I mean, more selfishly, because this is what we do, but like really solidifying the replacement of traditional radio with podcasting and seeing establishment politicians in their 70s and 80s or whatever actually engaging with it. Like, that's the future. Look at fucking Howard Stern's ratings.
I agree, but for a different reason. I like the long form of it. Like,
that's true.
Who's the guy who wanted to give everybody basic income? Michael Yang? Does that sound right?
Andrew Yang.
Andrew Yang. Thank you. He says everyone gets free money, and you're like, what is this horseshit? And then he gets on the Joe Rogan Experience, and he gets to really detail where he's going to find the money and how it happens. And you're like, you don't get this in 2.5 minutes. It takes 2.5 hours. Bernie Sanders went on the JRE, and he explained where he was coming from, and he became immensely more popular. If you give these people a minute to talk, and by that I mean 2 hours to talk, then you get to hear what they're really going for. And that doesn't happen on CNN when they have 3.5 minutes to fill. Go. If they don't like the way it's going, they filibuster. There's this one rhetorical trick that drives me crazy where like you'll be like, hey, I think people are concerned about this. And they'll be like, you know what people are concerned about? Border security and this and that and whatever. It's like, just because you used one of my words in your answer doesn't mean you answered my question.
Yeah.
You're just pretending you did.
Reframe it to whatever answer they wanted to give.
That's where I wish that it was.
That's
more
like the tip in politics and in PR is like, don't answer the question you're asked. Answer the question you wish you were asked.
Right. But in 2.5 hours, you get to sort of relax. It's a little non-confrontational and tell people what you're about. And I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I wish it was more like, who wants to be a millionaire then? I want Regis Philbin to go, you didn't answer the question. No points. All right, Kamala. Dude, that's not how you pronounce my name. Oh, you're going to lose.
You did.
Already lost a point there.
No.
Points from Kamala.
Well, what type of home did you grow up in? Upper class? Middle class? Lower class? It's like, middle class. And then they'd be like, okay, yeah, you get your. I mean, Regis Philbin's dead, so I don't think he could do that.
He's not dead.
Regis Philbin's. Is he not dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, you gaslit me for a second there.
All right, well, Drew Carey then. Drew Carey. He's doing the Price is Right.
No, you know what? I want Steve Harvey.
Oh,
gonna do for the tax code? He's like, I'm gonna give taxes to all the whoever, and he's like, like giving his like big eyes and mustache look. That would be so fucking funny. His big teeth. Steve Harvey's hilarious. He gets a bad rap.
You serious?
He's funny.
I think he was like real backstabby, like trying to mess up other people's careers in the past.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I think Cat Williams had a whole thing about Steve Harvey.
Cat Williams doesn't like him.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if there's a beef between Steve Harvey and Cat Williams, I'm Team Cat all the way. Cat Williams is so funny. I love it.
Man, I want to be Cat. I want to be Cat.
Funny.
Oh, he's hilarious and he tells great stories.